Hello, it's Bernadette Jensen. I want to thank you for being on the call tonight. Tonight's topic is wall art. As you may know, I'm a renovator and I generally base my styling around the art in the room. So getting the right piece of wall art means that everything will come together quite easily. So, and I have spent a lot of time finding ways of creating effective wall art without spending a lot of money. So tonight I'm going to go through some of those ways and share them with you. So I've got 10 different techniques to show you tonight, which I will go through them one by one. And at the end of the webinar, I will email you the recording of this webinar and also a list of resources such as links to how-tos on some of the techniques I've shown you and also where to buy certain things. So, okay, so I'm conscious of the fact that it's a weeknight and I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'm going to move through this fairly quickly. Okay, so we're moving on to the first technique, which is the an empty frame. Okay, I came across this idea when I was looking for something to put on a wallpapered wall, and the wallpaper was quite busy and it needed something to give it some focus. And when I found this idea, I realised that I had the perfect frame lying in the heap ready to go out to the rubbish. So I whizzed out and dragged it out and gave it a coat of spray paint, and it now looks fantastic. But I'll talk to you about that in a minute. This is another application for the same technique. So basically empty wall frames where they've been painted in a colour scheme that ties them together. It's a bit of an eclectic mix and put on a fairly plain wall, but they really enhance this beautiful piece of furniture. So next, you can add some other items into the mix. Here we've got an ampersand, also a metal letter M and a print, a framed print. Yeah, there's lots of things you can add. You could add a piece of china, a china plate, or a little painting, a botanical print, and put it together and you have a very classy look. Okay, so this is the frame I retrieved from the rubbish. I originally purchased it from IKEA for my daughter's HSC textiles project. She spray painted it lime green, and I've retrieved it because on the right you'll see the wall I'm talking about. It's very busy and you don't know where to look, so I wanted to give it some focus. So I haven't got a photo of the picture frame painted, but you can get the idea. I spray painted this frame the fuchsia pink and took the back out of it and hung the empty frame on the wall, and that did the job perfectly. Second idea is scrapbook tiles. Now, most of the items that we create in this session are produced from a base product of the El Cheapo art canvases. You can buy them anywhere, Bunnings, Lincraft, the $2 shops, and they're the perfect starting point for lots of creativity. With these tiles, the edges have been sprayed a complementary colour, in this case black. We've used scrapbook paper, which has been cut to size. The back of it needs to be sealed with an acrylic-based sealer, and then they're glued together. Now, best to use a contact adhesive like a spray adhesive, where you spray both surfaces lightly and leave them until they become tacky, and then you join them together and you get a really nice smooth finish. When you've done that, you can distress the face of the paper a little if you want to with some sandpaper, and then coat it all with some acrylic sealer again. Just moving on, here's some more examples. You can also use fabric as your decorative material. If you use fabric, make sure that you seal them with a substance called Mod Podge, which you can purchase from a craft store, and it gives a really thick gloss to fabric. On the right hand side, we've got some photographs, which is another application for the same technique. Don't use original photographs, print them. Make sure you print them on a laser printer, not a bubble jet, because the bubble jet ink will run. And then go through the same process, seal the backs of them with one coat of acrylic sealer, and then contact adhesive them together, then seal the top, and you're done. Okay, the original painting. Now, you may not see yourself as a Michelangelo, but I'm telling you, I can do this, so anyone can. This particular example was done using a piece of fabric as the template, piece of like damask. And if you're interested, I'll send you the link, but it's only using 2 colours, and the effect really works in a classical look. These are some originals that I did. I needed to pick out a colour in a room and give it a lift. The colour looks deeper here than it really is, but I've just used 3 paints. I've used oils. So I've used the green, the blue, and the white. And I'm hoping there's no artists online at the moment because they would be horrified. But when I do an original painting, I layer it up. So you won't get what you're looking for with just one in just one operation. You need to build up the layers of colour so you get a bit of depth in your design. Once again, they're on the old cheapo canvases. Okay, so this is something quite popular. The silhouette on vintage paper. Dash out to your second-hand bookstore, buy an old dictionary and bring it home. You can either tear the pages out and scan them into your computer and then add your image using PowerPoint. Now, if you don't know how to do that, just send me an email and I'll send you a link to a little video on how to maneuver images using PowerPoint. It's easy. And then print the whole thing out in one operation. The other way to is actually, if the pages are big enough, you can use them and print straight onto them. And that will give you a more authentic look. Now, I actually purchased these prints because I didn't have time to do them. I was trying to get a house ready to sell. So I purchased them. They're very simple frames, but very easily done yourself. Now, these are also bought prints, but the technique's the same and easy enough to do. So you won't find scrapbook paper this big. You might need to look for wrapping paper or even fabric, and you can either print or paint your design onto it. But I think it's quite a cute look. And again, just on white backgrounds, painted, stenciled or printed design, plain little white frames, very effective. Okay, and again, the same technique. Now, if you're trying to group a large number of prints, and I've got a special secret weapon for doing that, I'm just going to show you that now. It's called a picture placer, and it helps you. It's good for hanging single pictures as well, but I really like it for multiples if you're wanting to line them up. I'm going to cut this video short. I just want to quickly show you how it works. So Just moving along to the multiples. Okay, there'll be a link to the website where you can purchase that picture placer if you so desire. They cost about $14. They're available from a company called Shakespeare Solutions